Yo, what's going on, guys? Let's put the headphones on here. Welcome to another episode of whatever the heck we're doing. I have no idea. Let's see. Here we go. On today's episode, we have, of course, a pumpkin representing wonderful holiday of Thanksgiving. And also, a secret synth. Never been seen before, but 4,000 times. The Prophet 6 again. But it sounds amazing as always. So yeah, here we are. Let's fix this. What's up, Overlander? I know, right? Can you go wrong? Now, why am I using it though? Well, that's a whole different story, okay? We're going Prophet 6 because if many of you saw a video from Sequential recently, they which I think is really cool. We'll talk about that later, but they dropped a cool Easter egg. So, obviously, I had to try it out to make sure it wasn't like some April Fool's joke. Because, you know, it seemed like it, but it wasn't, I guess. So, I have to open up the thing here because I totally forgot. Let me do this. Here we go. There it is. Now we can get the chat going. There it is. What's up? I am your Huckleberry. I know the Prophet 6 is just, you know, you can't go wrong with it. God, my precious HomePod Mini, guys. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone who is celebrating Thanksgiving, which is probably only people in America, because I know people in other countries do not celebrate Thanksgiving on the same day that we do, or it is not even a holiday in your country. So there you go. I know, right? Oh, yes. Today's topics. Let's get into it. Here are today's topics, guys. Now, obviously, Synth Banter Hour, as usual. Just talk about some stuff. And then, you know, I know channels are doing the, like, Black Friday deals or whatever because they want, like, the affiliate link stuff, but I don't have any of those. But I still want to talk about it because I don't really know what's out in the synth world of Black Friday, but I think it'd be fun. So we're going to do that. And we're going to talk about the Prophet 6, and we're going to smack it. Now, I hope I don't get flagged for saying back shots. Is that, I don't know. Will that be okay? We're going to do some Prophet 6 back shots, of course. And then we have to talk about the big bee in the room, the elephant of a bee in the room. We got to talk about that, guys. Anywho, there you go. I like this little patch, you know? We can maybe spread it even a little further. Using the pan spread. Check that out. What up, Indiana? What's going on? What is the elephant? Well, you know what the elephant is. It's that company that causes so much drama, and all of their fanboys just it's too much. Now I have to play the Prophet 6 constantly because if I don't, people get very upset. So I'll timestamp where the heck I play it. Yo, Overlander. $5 super chat. Totally unnecessary. I appreciate it though, man. What will it go to? Here is a Kit Kat movie size. Yes. I would use... I'm pretty sure $5 would pay for a snack in a movie theater. So I'm going to say it's going to go to a box of hopefully dark chocolate Raisinets when movie theaters open again in America, which could be 2022 at this point. I mean, who freaking knows? You know what I'm saying? Who freaking knows? And yes, the elephant in the room is, of course, you know, Beringer. It's just so much drama. Why drama? Why people do that, you know? Why people gotta do that? Anyway, thank you again, Overlander. Don't ever feel like, you know, coming through is, or not coming through is a bad thing. You know, I appreciate it. I'll be honest, you know. I also feel like the live stream looked extra crispy. Does it look extra crispy for you guys? I feel like it looks extra crispy today. I don't know. My hair is kind of weird. Whatever. It is what it is. Oh yeah. Allegedly, that company, they did a thing. I don't know. Ah. Yeah, Marcus. So when Vitaphone Vision Sound gets the video ready, he will share it and everyone can see. I personally will say this. I'm like neutral on this whole situation, mainly because I've seen like the toxicity that can be involved on both sides, not just one side. There's a both sides thing to this. So I'm deciding to stay away. Oh yeah. So anyway, I put the public service announcement. Hold on. Thanks. Oh, Stinky Weasel. Thank you, man. Stream vids are always top quality. Yeah, you know, it took a long time, and I appreciate all the people who watch, who stuck through like the first like 5 streams to just try to get it right, because it was crazy. But now, you know, we stream it. It feels high definition, 1080p, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like I watched some other people stream and I'm still like, dang, if I could just tell them what you need. So, Marcus, yo, Vitaphone Vision Sound. Thank you for the $4.99. You know, guys, I hate to say this, you know, it's a crazy year. I actually did not get to spend Thanksgiving with my family this year, unfortunately. Yeah, we just agreed that wasn't a good time, and so we all did a FaceTime today. So I hope that, you know, if anybody was sort of feeling lonely or, you know, like they didn't have anyone to spend the holiday with. I really hope you were able to be in good spirits, and you know, live stream don't stop for no, that thing that's happening in the world. So thank you, Vitaphone Vision Sound. Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. Zoom's giving, man. We were all in there. It's all good though, It is what it is. So yeah, I did a public service announcement on my Twitter, but I said that y'all are gonna get like a few sponsored videos by me, and I haven't done a sponsored video. Actually, I looked it up. I haven't done a sponsored video since since I did the like top 3 synths I regret selling or something, or one of those videos from Reverb. I did so Reverb.com sponsored that video, and that was in 2018. I didn't realize I hadn't done a sponsored video in 2 years. I thought that was like last year, but it was 2 years ago. So, yeah, man. So yeah, public service announcement, everyone who's in here. It's only 50 people now, but there are going to be 2 sponsored videos that are going to be all about Serato Studio. So if you want to watch them because it kind of talks a little bit about my history as a hip hop producer, which most people don't know. But yeah, it talks about like a little bit about like I produced my last like dedicated like hip hop tracks for an album about 3 years ago. And so I took the sort of sponsorship as a challenge to myself, just to do something that I haven't really done, but I've really been wanting to do because I love hip hop music. But it's just with the channel having become more and more successful, being able to dedicate time to producing for other artists has just gone totally down. And so it was kind of a thing that was perfectly worked out. Also, the stuff that they were asking seemed very minimal in comparison to the amount of money that I squeezed out of them. Let's put it like that. So yeah, you guys are gonna see a 2 videos about Serato Studio, one Friday, one Saturday. So the first one is just I'm kind of feeling it out and learning and feeling how to make a beat in it. And then on Saturday, there's one where I try to make a lo-fi hip hop beat in 5 minutes. And then there's going to be 2 like other videos that are just non-dedicated. So I'm just going to say like, hey, this video is brought to you by like Serato Studio. Check out Serato Studio, or don't. I don't care. And those will happen probably like the next week after that or something. So it's going to be a lot of content, but not the normal content. So PSA, new content will come back after I get done being able to pay for electricity. So, and also I feel like, yo, thank you, High Fidelity. I also think people actually don't care about the sponsor stuff because, like, dang, I'd be watching Linus Tech Tips. I don't know if any of y'all watched Linus Tech Tips video. Linus Tech Tips video are like 2 ad reads and a merch push per video now. So if me doing sponsor videos every 2 years is too much for someone, I want that person to unsubscribe, because I've been on the real YouTube where there's like 2 ad reads and a merch push per video. And I don't care. I watched the Linus Tech Tips video. So, I don't know. I'm a child of commercials, maybe, I guess. But there you go. Let's see. Yeah, Overlander, thank you. Isaac says, how do you feel about the Behringer Arturia beef? I mean, we'll get into that. It's the last thing on the list because I don't even want to, it's just, it's too much. People are just so, But we're going to talk about it here. So, we're going to talk about it. Let's see. So, Fighter from Vision Sound says, the tweet you mentioned that you got random followers. No, it wasn't that, Marcus. It was that I saw someone post on like Ben Jordan's. he like posted something like shitty on Ben Jordan's. Oh, dude, my bad. I'm not supposed to curse. My nieces are probably watching this right now. Anywho, someone posted something negative on like a Ben Jordan thing that he said, right? And so I'm like, why would you post something like super negative? And most people already know like where Ben Jordan stands on certain things, and he's definitely. I'm not political at all about anything I speak about. He is definitely political in the things that he speaks about, especially maybe more on his Twitter or whatnot, which is totally cool. I appreciate personal opinions and everything. But I realized that like this person had followed him on purpose so that he could see like because the people that guy followed were literally the exact opposite. It was crazy to like notice. And so I started to go through this and was like, wait, there's people who follow literally like accounts of people that they like hate, right? Just so that they can tweet at those people negative things. And I'm thinking to myself, I always thought that people would just see something negative that people would write and would kind of feel a type of way and then they would like you know, go at them or something, right? I didn't know that people literally want to follow the accounts of people that they hate and disagree with, and just so that they can be first to like say negative things to them. It blows my mind because like, how much time do people have in their lives? It's bizarre. It blows my mind because that would be like, to me, this is what that's like. Oh my God. This is what that's like to me. This is sucky. But that's to me like a person who would like befriend someone that they didn't like and just constantly be like, yeah, like wanting to hang out with them, but secretly always wishing their downfall on like the person's trying to like start a business and the person will be like, oh yeah, bro, like I love that you're starting this business. And then like when they meet someone that they can help, they tell the other person like, yo, like, don't support their business, bro. Like, I don't know. I think it's going to fail, dog. Like, you know, that's what it's like to me. It's just so weird, man. I don't know. Sorry, but I just find that just bizarre. Linus sucks. I like Linus's videos, but yeah, I just saw this video and it just totally put me in a different headspace about like sponsored content because I'm like, he's doing like 2 legit ad reads and a merch push per video. And I get that he has very high overhead. You see all those people working there and all those sets and stuff. He has crazy high overhead. But for me, if it were me, I would rather go less overhead so that I don't have to do that many reads per video. Just cause, you know, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Anywho, whatever. It is what it is, you know? But he's doing his thing, you know? He's getting paid. I'm down. I feel like anyone who doesn't understand that like somehow the people, like for me personally, and I mean full transparency as that who I am, you know what I'm saying? The company they literally were like, "Hey, would you do the video for this much?" And I was like, y'all want me to sell out like the audience for like that much? Like, y'all want me to do this many videos for that much? And I asked someone else and was just like, how much? And they're just like, just write them back a ridiculous, stupid price. And I was just like, all right, this much. And then they said, okay, to that much. And I was like, all right, whatever. Like, but it's like, I don't know. We live in the world where it's free content and something has to sponsor it. And that's ads. So people pay with it with their time because people aren't willing to pay with it with their money. So it's a trade-off. I accept the trade-off. Not everybody supports the trade-off, but I don't know. Free, nothing's ever free. You're paying with your time, you're paying with your information. Interesting. John Richardson, what's up? Says, interesting. Hip-hop producing for artists. You are dedicated to your art. I mean, I used to do it for years, you know? And yeah, the last time I did it was, I think probably the last time that a commercial release came out where I produced was 2017. So, and that was right around when the channel started to kind of pick up. So it just sort of up with one, down with the other. So, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You just described Twitter's purpose, antisocial network. Max Power says, ads just don't bother me. They don't bother me either. I literally don't see them. It's, for me also, it's where the ad is placed. If someone is telling me to do an ad read on my channel, I feel like the ad read, I would never do an ad read if someone said I had to do an entire like minute long ad read right at the beginning of a video. I don't think that that's the place, and I wouldn't do it. I think that now I have enough pull to be like, hey, I'm either going to do the ad read all the way at the end so that people can like can freaking skip it, or I say, look, I'll do a 15 minute, I'll do like a super quick 15-second like spot at the beginning where I'm like probably the same as the reverb. It was just like, hey guys, this video is sponsored by reverb.com, and Reverb, you can go to their website and check out their things and blah, 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 and, you know, eat a D or whatever. Reverb, go. You do that, right? And then you move forward, and then at the end, you maybe talk more about it, but that allows everyone to sort of be able to get finished with it, you know, like, and those don't bother me. It's the people who do like literally like, because I watch these videos, I watch and I know that this is what the company does. Oh God, I'm talking too much about this, yo. But there's like some channels where I literally see like an ad read at the beginning for like manscaping or something.com or something, and they do a full minute. Or Raycon, it's a full minute. That's too much, yo. That's too much. Also, though, I will say people get paid a crazy amount to do, like, us in the music niche get paid like nothing. If you do like stocks, if you're a channel who does finance, I said it before, you do a sponsor video in stocks, you just do a little cheapo video about stocks, you'll get 10 grand. No problem. Like, you will get 10 grand. If you have like 20,000 subscribers and you're in the finance niche and you do a video, a sponsored video for like some random stock, that is 10 grand in your pocket for literally probably 30 minutes of your life. Like, it's that easy. So this whole music side of the BS where you getting like $100, nah, bro, like, nah. Anyway, yo, Trader to the Living, thank you, man. $4.99. I'm gonna use that for let's see, $4.99. What would I do with that? It's going to go towards the NVMe hard drive I want to buy for my computer because my hard drive's too small. It's just it sucks. Oh no! Did you say Synthpunk is doing footwork for those whom should have been bashing? Oh man, I don't know. Synthpunk. Interesting. I don't know if a lot of people know who that is. I know who that is. Apparently there's some drama there where he got banned for some stuff, and for like, I think he got banned for, I don't want to talk about it because I don't know, but I think if you go to his channel, he speaks about getting banned. That's the last I'm going to say of it, because I mean, that's him and whomever else's personal thing. But to me, his channel seems fine. Just seems like a guy having fun with synths. He really likes synths, and you know, that's more power to him for liking them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Overlander, you just sneaky. I know. Stupid reaver. Whatever. Yeah, I don't, you know, it's funny. When Reverb, because I said this before, we're going to talk about this for 4 more minutes because we talked about this for like 30 minutes. But when Reverb wanted to sponsor the channel and do like a video, they really wanted to sponsor the Jexus video. And I basically told Reverb, like, I'm not going to do any sponsors on a video about like Jexus, like my personal like synth hero, like. And they're like, well, we really like the like Great Synth Mystery series. Like, we think like that'll cool. And obviously I know like there's a lot of views that go to those videos when I do them, but I'm like, I can't sell out like Jexus over here to like a freaking ad. So like, whatever. I mean, I missed out on money, but what money have I not missed out on? Like, just so much at this point. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. Yeah, Oren Pine. The idea of selling out is really not so easy to define anymore. Yeah, what like it is weird. I asked that question actually about selling out. I asked the question about the whole like Aphex Twin doing all of these like collaborations with like Korg, or did I say not Korg? Novation. I'm sorry. Did I say Korg? I think he also did a little bit with like Korg, right? For the monologue, right? Right? You guys can let me know. I think he did something with them. Oh yeah, I forgot about that Overlander. I forgot that Junkie XL sold all his stuff. Oh, Isaac Anthony. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you were able to subscribe to Jexus. I mean, I love Jexus, you know. So, and Slade Healy. Great. You make a great point. And this is something I'll speak about in 2 minutes. So I'm just going to talk about it right now for 2 minutes. Here we go. So, you said, I hate how a new piece of gear drops from nowhere and all the influencers drop a vid at the same time. Really makes me cringe. Can't hate on the hustle, but I can unsub. And you make a good point. I feel like if people don't like it, I feel like you should unsub, because like that way it's easier for you to pick and choose what you do see and you don't get the big blast. And me personally, I love day one drops. As a consumer, as a creator, I don't like day one drops. Now, here's the thing. When the Korg FM, what was that thing? I don't even have it anymore. The Korg, the thing that just came out from Korg. What the heck was that I had? Korg Op 6. So I got contacted basically about the Korg Op 6, not from Korg, but through Zounds, who I know, you know, whatever. So basically he hit me up, and I know the guy. I talked to him for like a year, and he's like, hey, there's going to be this new Korg thing that's coming out. Would you be like interested? I don't even know what the thing is, right? I'm just like, okay. And the reason why they can't tell me is because I think everyone else signs like NDAs and stuff, and they have them for like a month or something. So basically, this is literally how it went. Korg has a new thing. Do you want to check the thing out? And I say, yeah, I'm kind of like doing something else, but okay, like I won't have anything to do right after Halloween special, so I might have the time, right? Or whatever. So then, basically, he's like, oh, cool, like blah, 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 blah. And the first thing I wrote when I was like, yeah, I'll do this, except here's the thing. One, I'm not doing a day one drop. So if you saw how I did a video, but it came like 4 days later, it's because I specifically said I'm not doing a day one drop. I like day one drops. Cameras, I want to see a day one drop on cameras. GPUs, I want to see a day one drop on GPUs. I'm gonna watch 5 videos from different people when something drops, but I don't like to do day one drops personally. One, I don't get paid to do them, right? And so even with the Korg Op 6, like I had to send I had the Korg Op 6 for, I think a total of like, I feel like I had the Korg Op 6 for like 7 days total. Like I got it and I made a video like the next day, which is why it's just an impressions video. And then I did the live stream where we played a bit with it. And then I like had to send it back. Like I don't get to keep the Op 6. I don't get paid for the Op 6. Other people who do and get the stuff early, they usually get paid and they get the synth for free. I don't know everybody's deal, but my whole deal is I would rather have the creative freedom, and I don't want anyone to preview my videos before I post them. And I don't want to do a day one drop. So the trade-off for me is I don't get any money. I don't get a free synth, but I now get to do whatever I want, and I don't have to do a day one drop. Now, is that really advantageous for my wallet or my subs? I don't know. But it's a personal choice that I make, and like, it is what it is, you know. I don't know. It is what it is, you know. Everyone gets specific deals or whatever, but like, yeah, I would rather just do what I want to do. And I loathe companies saying like, hey, we need to review your video before you post it. Like, as soon as a company says we need to review your videos before you post them, like, I just cringe, and then I say like, no, I don't think so. Like, you know, thank you, but no thank you. So, yeah. Oh well. Let's see. Overlander says, Loopop, I know what is happening. Red means recording. I know how a genius can make good music with it. Noir, how does it actually? Yeah, and that's actually like how I really feel, Overlander, and that's how I kind of like try to position it. Is like, I don't think that. I know this is gonna sound wrong, but hear me out. As someone who has toured, played live, has produced records for things that have been on television, I guess a YouTube personality, as that type of a person and a musician, I don't think that sound quality is the number one most important thing about a piece of equipment. I just don't feel as if that is if I'm thinking about like my career from the long run, from like start to finish, I just would not put sound quality as the number one thing for me personally. I think that that's like amazing if you're sitting in a studio and you're in a space, but when we're talking about investing in a piece of gear, I don't think that the sound quality, which is objective, is the number one thing, personally. And that's not what I really go after when I'm looking at a piece. Ash on Fire, yo, thank you for the $10 super chat, yo. Hey man, thanks for the content, keep up the good work. Yo, thank you, Ash on Fire, I appreciate it, man. Trader to the Living says, free gear for a completely honest review seems fair. I don't know if you're being sarcastic, but Mr. Pirate Brain, what's up? Do I want to speak about that? Free gear for a completely honest review. Well, let's put it like this. I have never. Now it's been like 100 or more videos for the channel, right? I have never reviewed a piece of gear that I got in exchange for the video. There are videos that I've done where a company sends me something and I say, hey, just so you know, I may never make a video with this piece of gear, ever. But when I write to people, basically someone wrote me the other day about this, and they're just like, hey, I'm not going to say the company, but it's like, I remember in my phone, I'm just going to read the email. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys want that much transparency here? Because I don't know if that's like fair, but I'm trying to, let me find this real quick. Here we go. Basically, so let me just say this. Here we go. Basically, they sent me an email and they were saying like, that they knew that I liked a piece of gear, and they were like, okay, blah, blah, blah. We are the designers of X piece of gear. And they basically said, like, if you're interested in reviewing this synthesizer, we would be happy to have you keep the unit afterwards, regardless of your final verdict. Now, I think that that's a nice thing to say in like an email, but as a like person who knows maybe, I don't know. I don't know. As a person who feels as if I just sometimes feel like there can be a conflict of interest when it comes to getting free stuff. And this is a personal thing. This is a personal thing. I don't feel like if someone's giving me something and they expect a review, that they literally want my review to be like, this sucks. Like, this sucks and this sucks. I don't think, like, maybe they say that, but am I going to get one next time? It's literally just like that, you know, like, hey, we're going to send you something for free to review. They send it and you say, you know, this was the worst synthesizer I ever got. Now, when a new synth comes out, what do you think the chances of the company wanting to send you the next synth is? It doesn't make sense. So I find it to be a conflict of interest. So that's why I don't promise reviews. I don't promise gear in exchange for reviews. I just don't. If you want to let me borrow something, I feel like the borrowing, you know, it just means that like I give it back. So I'm not getting money. All I'm getting is it's sucky. It's really in a weird way sucky. And I understand why like some YouTubers probably don't agree with me on this, because like if I'm gonna even make a video about a piece of gear, I should be getting paid because I'm literally giving the company free marketing no matter what I say. Even like the Korg Op 6 review, the main point was I think it's overpriced, right? Okay, I don't get paid. I only get to borrow the piece, you know? But Korg gets tons of free marketing. I don't know. So, I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me if I'm an idiot. It is what it is. Okay, so we got to talk about stuff now. I want to talk about Black Friday deals because I found this little thing and I want to talk about this. So let us move this mic this way. Is this going to just fall down now? Probably. I want to talk about this. Christian Medina says, word, you shouldn't be getting paid, period. I don't know if other people would agree with that. But I'm just going to say, I personally, because I don't do stuff that most companies probably want to, it's not like in their like market. They're trying not to market like old pieces of gear or something because it doesn't make sense. YouTube at the end of the day, for most creators is a business, not most, for a large percentage of creators is their full-time job. You know, Bo Beats or Red Means Recording, like this is their full-time job, and I would never want to take away from their ability to earn. It is not my full-time job, thus I do not have to do certain things to make ends meet, and like, so that is my personal choice. Their videos are all worth getting, they should be getting paid. Their videos are all worth getting paid. And I think as a person who is a musician who still suffers from imposter syndrome, I have a personal issue sometimes companies wanting to pay me for creative things in general. So, and I've always been that way, and I don't know if that's healthy. And I don't think a lot of people understand that like the companies that do these videos are just nameless, faceless companies. And that goes for every company. And I know people at companies, but I'm going to say this. Don't for 1 minute anyone think that these are just businesses. And I hate to have to say that, but like straight up, like y'all know I like Dave Smith Instruments. It's my favorite synthesizer company. Straight up. Dave Smith Instruments is a business. I know the owner personally of Dave Smith Instruments, but Dave Smith Instruments is a freaking business. And it is a company, it is a corporation. And the Dave Smith, here's the difference. I'll just say this. Here's the difference. Wow. So, there's that Bo Soy Beats. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. Well, I don't agree with that. I'm just going to say, if he's eating soy, the hair is worth it. But I'm just going to say this, like, if Dave Smith weren't running a company just to make money, he would be your friend making synthesizers in his garage and like saying, hey, look, I made this cool, like, free open source synth, like, I'll make you one. And he'd make like 5 of them. And then he would like sell them, you know, for like a few bucks, just for like the price of, you know, just to break even. Or he would like, you know, just make it for free, and you'd hook him up with like some pizzas for the synth. Dave Smith runs a company and a corporation and a business, right? He is not going to hook you up. He is not going to hook me up with a synth for free. It is always a business. And therefore, people thinking that like these companies are your friends and like the company wants to make money. So at the end of the day, every YouTuber, even myself, I'm guilty of this. When I make a video for Korg and I literally get no money from Korg and I get no money from, what is it? You know, I don't get any money to make the video, and I'm literally giving Korg thousands of views for free promotion on a piece of gear. I'm kind of like screwing myself in a way, because like they're just a corporation. Like they're in and out of products. They're there to turn a profit, not make friends. They are not my friends. They're not my homies. If I ask them for something, they're never gonna do it, because if they're not getting something of value out of me, I'm useless to them. You know what I'm saying? It's the same reason why companies don't just give sponsorships to like cool musicians who are good musicians. They only give sponsorships to musicians who are like out touring, who people are gonna see them playing it, because it's all economics, you know? So I don't ever want to like, you know, I don't know. I don't want to like make it seem like, I don't know. I'm like, you just have to understand, like that's how it is. Like, these companies aren't your friends. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. If you need moderators for your live chats, I don't think I'd need moderators. I mean, everyone seems fine in the live chats. If not, I'm sure they'll find their way out. So Christian Medina says, seems one-sided for them to benefit from you, but you're not getting money from them. Yeah, well, I just feel it's very strange that like people make the differentiation between a company like Dave Smith Instruments and a company like I don't know. I'm trying to think of Apple. Like, think of a company like Apple, you know? Like, does anyone out there really think Apple is here to be your friend? Or Microsoft? They're really here to make money. And so whatever they can do to siphon money from you is how they're going to do it. And Dave Smith Instruments or Moog or Behringer, they are no different. And so, you know, yeah, that is what it is. Just, yeah, I don't. And social media has kind of blurred those lines. Social media kind of blurred the line where it's like a friendship, but like you have to realize, like, if you asked a friend, could I borrow your synth? They'd be like, yeah, like for sure. If you ask Korg, can I borrow your synth? They're not going to let you do it. So I don't know how more clearly, like, people need to understand, like, these companies aren't your friends. Like, I mean, I don't know. Overlander says, how can I best support you? If YouTube doesn't provide... no, I do not have a Patreon because I tried the Patreon for like 6 months and I just didn't like the people giving me money. I just didn't like it. It just seemed to not be, I couldn't figure out how to give people value through Patreon. I just didn't feel like I just didn't like the Patreon exchange, and I don't want to, and I keep trying to be like this. I don't want to discourage people from supporting other creators, right? I'm happy and I'm good. You know, I'm gonna do, you know, I did the Reverb sponsored video in 2018 and I was like, hey, thank you for my few $100 and we can move on. And I haven't done one since, and I'm gonna do one now. And you know, let me put it like this, if I was dependent on YouTube to make ends meet, the channel would be different, and you can count on that. Let me say this right now, like, but because I do not, the channel is the way it is. It's whatever the hell I want to do, whenever the hell I want to do it. I could say no to everything, and but I don't want to discourage people because YouTube is a business, and those people who do YouTube full time require the support of companies to sponsor their videos and people to support their patrons. But I don't know. I don't decide that that's what I want. So it is what it is. Raheem, what are you watching? You're watching a random guy on YouTube. You're gonna hate me, but unrelated, but is the digital synth market still out of favor, or has it actually been recovering lately? Digital synth market? I mean, I feel like if we're gonna talk about a digital synth, I think the Op6 is a very good digital synth. I mean, maybe it is what people say, it's just a Raspberry Pi inside, but you know, it is what it is. I think it's a good synth. And it is digital, 100% digital. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's see. I am going to say, let's look at this Black Friday deal. I'm done talking. This is redonkulous. Let's just see. I just want to see what there is. So let's see. Obviously, we're using Ask Audio because, you know, why not? Let's see. Arturia has a Black Friday deal. What are they doing? So let's see. Arturia has... Oh, geez. Oh, I could do this. Let's try to get this so I can stay up higher, guys. Here we go. Let's see. Arturia is selling software. Oh, look. Wow, they have a lot of stuff. Okay. I feel like I have all the plugins and stuff I would ever need, but there's a lot of stuff here. I guess it's like half price stuff, basically. Yeah, it's half price off all their stuff. That's cool, I guess. Let's see. Are you guys interested in this stuff? I don't know. Anyway, Arturia has stuff. I don't use anything Arturia software-wise, so like if they were maybe having a Micro Freak sale where the Micro Freak was going to become like 175. I probably would buy the Micro Freak for 175, but there's nothing here. Also, guys, I'm not going to link any of this stuff in the description because I'm too lazy and I also don't care. So let's see. What else do they have? Apogee has plugins, do they? I don't know. This is about to get boring, guys. This is going to be boring. I don't know. Okay, so they make some plugins. I mean, nothing that I want from them. Novation is having a sale, but this all seems... So it looks like you can get like 20 something % off your Novation stuff. So like consume. You can get the Launchpad Pro, it looks like, for... says 21% off. So I guess like if you're interested in some live launching stuff, I think it works with like Ableton. I don't know. Yo, John Richardson, have a good night. Cassiano Young says your subharmonicon performance was intriguing. Why do you love it? Why should buy one? I would say you probably only need to buy one if it fits like a unique place. And for me personally, the subharmonicon fit a super unique place in my setup because it does things that nothing else I have do. And so if you like the features, it has the Moog sound. So it is what it's a Moog. It's literally a mono. It's a Moog synth, but you can do polyphony on it. It ticks so many checkboxes for a person like me. So yeah. If you're looking for something very specific, I wouldn't say it fits any of those because it's weirdly like it's a whole thing, you know? Yeah. Let's see. Native Instruments. What do you guys... I know Native Instruments makes a lot of cool stuff. I guess these are like expansion packs, which is cool. So let's see, is this like, let's see, you can get synths, sampled instruments. Sometimes I feel like if I could go back in time, I would probably start all over with like Native Instrument stuff. But, you know, Hellbound Hillbilly, what's up? Yeah, everybody's forgetting it's Thanksgiving, but it's also Thursday live stream. Let's see. Ooh, Steinberg, my personal favorite. What are we doing? Get out of here. Stop. I hate this stuff. I hate this stuff. Every site now. Okay. Wow, the website is all different. Interesting. Okay. None of this stuff seems interesting. This all seems sucky. Maybe I'd buy Cubasis 2 because I have Cubasis and I like it. Yeah, if you guys like, I don't know, this all sounds sucky. I don't know. So whatever. A lot of plugins. I don't know. I'm not a big plugin person. I literally have my Waves plugins and I use those and I like those and those fit everything I need, to be honest. I literally might buy one Waves plugin because there's, you know, but then again, like the saying goes, you buy a Waves plug. If the Waves plugin is not on sale today, it'll be on sale tomorrow. I mean, there's stuff. Okay, well, I'm bored. That sucks. It's not really interesting to me. I tried. Let's see. So, and yeah, John Elstad says, Microfreak is well worth the $300. I think the Microfreak is worth more. I think the Microfreak, when I reviewed it, I definitely feel like it was worth, like, to me personally, I feel like the Microfreak was maybe worth like I think I said it was the best synth, like under 500 bucks. And it's way under 500 bucks. I would say, yeah, I think that it was probably like at least worth to me, like, man, this is hard. I would say if no one told me the price of the Micro Freak and the Micro Freak didn't have the touch bed that I don't like, the touch plate, I would pay myself personally, I would pay like $700 for the Micro Freak. My personal self. This is me thinking about it. Like, maybe it's good that they don't, but this is to me like the Micro Freak just has like everything, in my opinion. It sounds amazing, but it's a unique sounding piece. Yeah. So it's nice that it's cheap. It's very nice that it's cheap. Yeah. It's funny. I know people don't really get the channel sometimes because like people will be like, oh, but you said you hated like the Micro Freak's like touch plate, but then like you say like it's the best synthesizer under like $500 like released in the last decade or something. And I say like, well, yeah, I still don't like the touch plate. It doesn't mean I like the touch plate, but I mean, I can like it and not like all of it. Like it's a weird all or nothing with some people. It's kind of dumb. Wow, use Ultra number for 400. That's pretty good. Steve Holmes says, "Where's your Iwi?" I'm still waiting on purchasing the Iwi. I need some more funds. Pandemic times are tough, but yeah, I need hopefully these sponsor videos will pay for that Iwi, you know. I do want it though. XRT says touch plate made me not even look into it. It's just not what also the touch plate is really cool. I think the touch plate is really, really cool, but cool and work for my own personal production style and my like needs as a musician are so far apart. Like, I don't know why people think that somehow I'm supposed to like that's where the sound quality like kills me with people. It's like, but it sounds so amazing. And I'm like, bro, like, yeah, but if I'm going on the road, I don't pick sound quality first. I'm picking about 4 other things before sound quality, right? And that's one, how much gear do I actually have to take? So that's like, how much does this one piece of gear replace? Needs to replace like a bunch of stuff. 2, the ruggedness. 3, the tunability. I don't know what lights are going off here. The tunability, right? And then 4, how does it actually fit into the set as like a functional like piece, right? Which is why workstations, you see those like really on the road a lot. Like it's just, it takes like so much of what you'd use in the studio and it takes it into one piece of gear that you're now being able to fly with. And so yeah, anyway. All right, I want to do this. Here we go. So the Prophet 6 backshot. Am I going to get flagged for this? I don't know. I just wanted to use this word. I don't know. It's just a funny word. But I want to smack the Prophet 6. I have the spring reverb, so we're going to smack the Prophet 6. Because you guys probably saw, I don't know if you guys saw this video from what is his name? I forgot. J3PO. He did this whole video where he's like smacking it. And I'm thinking to myself, like, that cannot be true. Like, there's no way. I've never noticed this part about the Prophet 6. But apparently it's true. So I want to do it for you guys right now. I want to do it. I want to show you guys that it is real. And this is something like I really like can appreciate in like a company doing a fun little Easter egg. And like first off, here's why no one's going to notice, because no one would hit their $3,000 synthesizer ever. But we're going to do it. We're going to smack it right now. We're going to move the pumpkin. I'm going to move this light bulb. We're gonna move this light bulb. We're gonna, I don't know, hopefully I don't. If this falls and breaks, guys, it's all your fault. Let's see. Give me a, hold on. Okay. Here we go. Now, I'm going to basically turn the spring way up. So that's why, okay, so here we go. So that's off. I'm going to turn the chorus off. And so this is just spring. So you're just hearing the spring. This is just spring, so watch as we smack it. Ready? Are we going? Everyone see it? Isn't that crazy? You have to like get it right. Oh, God. Okay. I'm gonna move this over now. You have to smack the crap out of it. That's why nobody ever probably noticed this. You gotta get that. You know what I'm saying, guys? You gotta, when you smack that Prophet 6, y'all, you gotta like. All right, I can go full wet. Also, you don't. This doesn't need to be on. So like, I can pause the sequence or whatever. But you know, you gotta get that like, pop, 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 pop. You gotta smack it like that. You know, pop, pop, pop. Which is cool. It also is cool because, like, let me, I kind of feel like I need to pick a different. Alright, that works. This is a lot harder. Tony, spank or like spank it like how you spank yourself. I don't know. It's kind of funny. It's also kind of hard that you have to hit it that hard. It's like it's like weird. I could do it harder, but it's kind of hard to do it sitting down. So I can do it. I can make the release longer, obviously. All right. Have we done it? Have we done enough? Happy Thanksgiving, Tony, by the way. Let's get something going real quick. Let's see. Right. guess this is what people want me to play this stupid thing. That sounds cool. Get some more bass here. Orem Pine. The last chord is a F11. So I can give everyone who wants the what do they call it? I don't know. I believe the 11th chord is very I don't know if it's underrated, but like as a lot of musicians who aren't theory people, the 11th is a very powerful return to home chord. So if I was going to play a normal, like, oops, if I'm going to play like a regular 1, 6, and then a lot of people would probably go like 4, 5. That's what most people will probably play, okay? Now me, if I'm going that same progression, I'm going to use an 11th as my last chord because an 11th is very good for returning to home. So I'm going to play it once as a normal 5, and then I'm going to play it as 11. So and now the 5. It's probably a little low, but so I'll play it higher. Four and 11 now, because I'm playing an F over a G. And then 1. Now, just to say this, the reason why you can do that and why it works is because the G, what it does is it plays a bunch of the notes that make the G a sustained chord, like a sus chord. So like, basically in the key of G or in the key of C, you could do like you could do a G sus 4, right? Or you could do a G sus 2. But what the G11 does is the G11 plays both the 7, the sus2, and the sus4. And yes, G minor is obviously good as well. Let me just play my favorite chord progressions, right? So one of my favorite chord progressions is actually a in any key you can play it. It is a 1 minor. And usually if you're playing a 1 minor, and I'm just saying, like, so in the key of, I don't know why I'm doing it like this, but just play a 1 minor of any key, and then go up five notes in the scale. So 1. I'm gonna switch cameras. You can go 1 minor, and then go to the 5, but do a minor. This has been used in a lot of movies. Like a good progression, in my opinion. F7 minor is reserved for Freemasons. Let me think. Another one of my favorite. Also, you know what? This is the Thanksgiving treat because everybody says that I don't do this, but oh, that's a nice. I like that. You guys like that? That sounds nice. You guys like that? I'm going to cover the most, I feel like this is the most important part of music when you're trying to sound different. Okay, that's fair. So if you're going to play any key, I just want to get to. That's a cool chord. All right, well, I'll have to do it myself. Okay, here we go. So, a lot of people will play chords in majors or minors. So you'd play in the key of C major, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how most people would play, starting with the 1. And then they could go a lot of places, but most people, to sound whatever, they usually go 1 to 6, or they go like maybe, I don't know, 1 to 3 or whatever. If you want to sound different, use modes. So you start any scale tone up, and you would play the same type of scale, if you get this, right? So like, instead of starting with the 1 as this, you start with the 1 as this. You see how like that sounds different? This is now your 1. You have to retrain yourself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a different mode per se. You could play modes in every key. I'm using C because it's easy. So now your 1 is a minor, right? So think about that. So I'm going to go 1, 4, and 5 in minor instead of 1, 4, and 5 in major. So let me just say how that sounds, right? So 1, 4, 5, 1. This is major. 1, 4, 5, 1. But if you do it in a mode, you can now do it in, I'm not even going to talk about what mode it is because that's too much. But you could do it in this mode. So this is 1, 4, and 5 in the same mode, right? So a lot of people, it just sounds boring if you go 1, 1. Instead you're going now, you're going. Oops. So yeah. So I feel like modes is a good way of just playing things that are going to sound a little different. Just start at a different scale, tone, and then that is now the start. So yes, as William said, Dorian. That is correct. Dorian, or you can try Lydian, or you can try the Phrygian modes, but these are all modes, and I would say most people will probably sound... Now, there's going to be some modes that you have to change some things. God, I don't even know why I'm telling you this, but you can go flat 7 with some things. I mean, a lot of people have done that, you know. I mean, it's very common in a lot of music or whatever. You go... You know, majors like all the way up. I personally like Dorian as my mode. I like Lydian. So anyway, there you go. Lesson of the day. All right, now for like 5 minutes, we're going to talk about this one thing that we have to talk about because everybody is talking about it. I guess Behringer and everybody has a problem with things that they're doing again. So, let me do this real quick. All right. As I enter the toxic zone, Behringer, they made something, and I guess people weren't so keen on it. And I personally could care, I don't know. I'll just say that this is just, I see both sides of this. And because of seeing both sides, I don't know if that means, I guess, you know, in 2020, people feel like you must be polarized to hating or loving something. You can't ever be seeing both sides of it. But here's the thing. I see both sides of this. Now, Behringer released this thing called the Swing, which is ultimately a copy of the Arturia key step, right? Is that what it is? So here's my opinion on it, right? People were mad at Behringer because they have no like originality or innovation or yada, 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 right? Um, but let me think of it like this. I have to go back to that. Behringer is just a nameless, faceless company, and all that they care about at the end of the day is profits. Same as anyone else. So like, Behringer probably saw that like the key stuff was selling like a ton. That, you know, you don't think that they don't have like numbers. So Behringer sees that. They're like, look, we have the crazy supply chain wherever we build our stuff, and we could build it and still make a profit at $99. Maybe something Arturia can't do because Behringer is so much larger than Arturia. But people were mad, like, oh, they have no shame. But I keep thinking to myself, like, when did you ever think like a company had shame? Like, they just make gear. Like, they literally are just, they're just, you know, like that's, like on a personal note, of course, like I think of it in the way of I think about this. There's a thing on YouTube called like, basically it's called like YouTube automation, where all you do is you go through YouTube and you make a new channel. So you make a channel, and what you do is you just copy videos that other creators have already copied, right? And you just do it, and you're gonna rank in search and you're gonna get views because all you're doing is taking something that's already popular and you're just repurposing it and saying it's your own idea or whatever, right? Well, those people are unoriginal, and I'm not really the person who interested in doing anything like that, right? Because I think that that's lame. But I understand that some people just care about money, and if they just care about money, then doing YouTube automation and just repurposing things to get money and clicks is okay with them. So I just wish, here's my wish. Here it comes. My wish is that people just understood that like Behringer is a nameless, faceless company who wouldn't be a business if they weren't making profits, and that was their main goal, right? Placing themselves in a, and this is nothing against them, like they can't be mad at me for saying this. It's just, if Behringer were people's friends, just their friends, they would be giving away the synths just to people. But no, they still want you to pay for the stuff. So it's a company, it's a corporation at the end of the day. And I just feel like it's weird, like to have you, it's like expecting Microsoft to have shame. It's just a company at the end of the day. And I know that they made this whole post, which I personally didn't like this post. There's this whole post about like competition, the facts or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And to me, it's just like, it's as if they didn't know that we knew this. It was so weird because like it just, I don't know. I didn't like it because like, as if we all didn't know this, you know? I don't know. I don't ever like it when like this is what I think about, like, and I'm definitely probably guilty of doing this in the past. If someone calls you out for doing something crappy and then you specifically say like, oh, look, like you did something crappy also, I feel like you should just be like, yeah, that was dumb, and you know, but this is what it is, and blah blah blah. You just you take your lumps and you move on, right? I'm guilty of doing that, but I feel like we all knew that companies copy other companies. Who didn't know that? So then again, it is funny if you guys ever look. So this video here, there's a Behringer made this video about how they like automate their like construction of these synths or whatever. They like used my music in their video, and I said like, haha, it's funny because they're trolling me or something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. And then Arturia made some funny statements regarding it, because like I like their, seriously, that was kind of funny. Oh look, there's Andrew. Nice. So yeah, I just think it's kind of funny because how do I say? I just wish it weren't so toxic. That's my issue. You know, I see it from both sides. Me personally, I love, like, I'll put it like this: Moog, to me, hadn't done really a product that was incredibly interesting for a long time up into the Subharmonicon, right? I had purchased many Moog synthesizers, not as many as I purchased Dave Smith synthesizers, but like I purchased many synthesizers from Moog, and I felt like Moog was they were just playing the same hand every time. Like, we make fat filters, we make like fat what is it? We make like oscillators that are fat, and they kept doing the same thing. It was like the Minotaur. It was the same thing over and over. And then finally, I felt like the Subharmonicon was something entirely like new and fresh. And I really appreciated that, right? But I would straight up say, Moog, stop doing the same thing over and over and over. Like, that's lame. Like, I think that's lame. Stop just living off the Moog ladder filter. You know what I'm saying? So that's my same thing. I would say to Behringer, like, you have all this stuff. You've done original things before. Just focus. Why not focus on that? But as a company, and someone put it in here, someone said about their copyright infringement. Isaac, I don't even know, because for me, this is how I think about it. Like, and I know, like, I think that to do copyright or any of this like patent stuff, you have to legit like be heavy on the patents. Like, you have to be like I'll think about it like this, right? Televisions, right? I don't know the patents or things behind televisions, right? But you have like, I actually bought a new television recently, and I went in and there was like a Samsung LED TV, Vizio LED, an LG, a Sony. There were all these TVs, right? And all the TVs are just like literally like parted from the same factories and then like put together, and like very small differences, right? So like you have like literally Sony TV and an LG TV with exactly the same LCD or LED panel from like TCL. Like, they'll make all the same panels and then they'll just sell it to these companies, right? Same as like, and this is a company you know for sure, Sony. Sony is a company that makes camera sensors. So like Sony sells their camera technology to Nikon, and then Nikon makes a camera. Is it a Sony camera because it has a Nikon sensor? No, it's literally the exact same like camera, with one says like Nikon and one says Sony, and the differences are so minuscule that like, I don't know. Would I prefer that Nikon made their own sensors and made better innovation and was actually like trying to like get ahead of the game? Of course. But you know, I don't know. I don't know all of the details. I just feel like I wish it weren't so. I wish people didn't go against other people, because that's the thing. Like, I see people online getting mad at other people online over a corporation, and that just seems strange. Like, seems like the same, like literally, like there's literally people in the world who go like after Sony and Xbox. Isn't that weird? Like, if you're like an Xbox person, there'd be people like, oh, Sony's better, and it's like, it's just a video game. Like, it's not. It doesn't take that much brain power. Like, let's chill. All right, we're done talking about them because I don't want to talk about them. It's time for Classic Synth. Classic Synth. Today's Classic Synth is synth near and dear to my heart, guys. Is it a classic synth? I had to really think about this for various reasons, but let's talk about the Bions processor, though. Is this a classic synth? And I just don't know, because I'm going to point the reasons why I don't think it is and why I do think it is. So, classic synth. Moog Little Fatty. Is it a classic synth? I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to see what it is. obviously, the Moog Little Fatty, released in 2007. This was the first synth that I just like. I was like, oh, like I was getting off on this when I went to the store. And for a lot of people, I understand like their point of view of why they want to go with things like Behringer and stuff like that, right? This seems to be the return into like a world of like analog. I remember going into Guitar Center and seeing the Moog Little Fatty on the like thing. This is Guitar Center on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood, and it said $1,500 right next to it, right? And I remember looking and thinking to myself, I will never in my life be able to afford a Moog Little Fatty. So I understand people and they're sort of like hating the gatekeeping of these companies like Moog or Dave Smith, because yeah, when I was, man, it's like, I don't even know how long ago that was, 10 years ago. I was like, yeah, like 10 years ago, I was like broke. Looking at a Little Fatty at $1,500 felt unattainable by any measure, by any stretch of the measure. I was making minimum wage, you know, so. But I mean, I loved it. I loved it. I nowadays, as me new, I think the design is a bit overdone. If that makes sense to you guys. I think that all the buttons, because me thinking back about it, it was really not very immediate. You had to press a button and then use one of the 4 knobs. Even for the attack, sustain, decay, and release and all this stuff, you had to like do a button and then a knob. It was kind of like flawed in that way. I don't think that like it actually was. It was almost like they were trying to be futuristic, but at the same time for me, it was not helpful. You guys agree? Let's see. You also had to go into the menus to do specific things. Like on the Sub 37, you can switch the slope like right here. But on the Little Fatty, you had to go into the menu to switch the slope. I mean, Jaundice, I feel like, yeah, I love the interface. But the immediacy was always hampered by a button press and a knob twist. I like the blue color scheme. Two ultra stable analog oscillators? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Yeah. Taylor, on a different note, just asked, have you done anything with the Pro 3 yet? Have been lusting over one for a while. I don't have a Pro 3, and I really want one, but I think I'm more the person who would be in line for a Pro 3, but polyphonic. I like what he did with the wavetable oscillator and whatnot, but I just want a polyphonic version of that. But then I also don't need it, so there we go. I don't know if I can buy one. Yeah. Yep. Jaundice, mine was wonky with the tuning as well, so I don't really know. I know some people said like, oh, it's great. I went on tour with that thing. I never had a great experience with tuning. I was always concerned. Yo, Trader to the Living, good night, man. So, it's hard to say. Moog Little Fatty was released 13 years ago. And some people said it. They said classic, not yet. I would go... It's really hard for me to go with Moogs as classic or non-classic because they're... In a sense, they're all the same. Not all, but I'm just saying, if you played me a Grandmother and a Little Fatty... right now, I remember the sound of the Little Fatty very well. I would probably get it right, but anyone else who's not really familiar with them would be hard pressed to tell a huge difference between them. So I'm gonna go. Yo, RGC Music, what's up? Man, I would say maybe in like, no, I don't know. I'm going no. I would say Little Fatty is not a classic synth. At least not yet. And also, when you have something like the Voyager right there alongside of it, why wouldn't you pick the Voyager? I would pick the Voyager, personally. Oh, wow. They have the stupid... They're like, yeah, I mean, like... Of the time, you had the Mini Moog Voyagers, so that was released before it. So it's almost kind of like, yeah. Synthetic, yeah. I also had the Slim Fatty. I synced them together with MIDI to make like a duophonic one. Yeah, Wheezy's, I think we decided that some like classic synths that we agreed on were like I don't even think we did it, but like the Roland Jupiter 8. I'm pretty sure we would classify that as like classic, right? The Roland Jupiter 8 is going to be classic. I would say the Juno 106 would be classic, like undeniably classic. I think we talked like the Alesis Andromeda. It's got to be classic, you know, even though it's newer. It's just things that just like crazy. Okay, so Overlander says, if I wanted a comprehensive Moog sound right now, it's Grandmother or Matriarch. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, CS80. I would say Slade Healy, Alpha Juno. Yeah, I would say as well. And yeah, Hellbound Hillbilly. I think we talked about it as like maybe it's iconic. And yeah, it's by far. There's some synths that are like, you know, I would say a synthesizer that somebody could like say was like a synthesizer as a non like no one really is gonna look at the Jupiter 8 and think it's anything but like some synthesizer. Even just some layman is like, oh, that's some synthesizer because I seen it in a thing. Other things like the Little Fatty, it's like, oh, it's like a keyboard. Like it's a keyboard. Yeah, Prophet 5 is classic, iconic. Moog Source. I would say that's niche classic for sure. Mason Bain says, what's your favorite current poly that will last? Of course. Wow. Well, I didn't know what key it was in. How more classic can you get? How more Thanksgiving can you get? I guess on that note, we should end it. ARP 2600, of course. Not the not the Super 6. Anyways, guys, we did a little long stream today. Probably gonna take this down early because it's like, geez. Anyways, on that note, we have to do our sign out. So guys, thank you for coming through again. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving no matter where you live. Yeah, I appreciate this long-winded, this was a long-winded one, so I apologize. I'll do better next time, but I was just having fun. We're just having fun. Nothing new happened. Anyways, thank you guys, and as always, keep watching the skies.